Welcome to the Fit Patriot Yoga Stretch Level 1. I wanted to include yoga in with our other strength training because for me, yoga totally changed my body for many reasons. One of which it's the meditative part of it and the breathing and becoming present. It spills over into other areas of our life. It brings you a little bit more peace and calm to the rest of your day, and with that we make better decisions, better spending decisions, better word decisions, what we say to other people, and better food decisions and food choices. So it's really important that we practice a little bit of yoga, stretch, and breath work on a regular basis. I totally believe that's what really changed my body. So let's go ahead and get started. All you're going to need is a mat, a water bottle, and a belt. Could be a robe belt. That's what I took. If you have blocks and a strap, we can use those too. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So we are going to start in a seated position. And I'm going to sit on my mat, legs crossed. If you need to modify, you can't do that. You can open it up. You can be straight. It's whatever works for you. But I'm going to start here. I want you to pull those shoulders down, away from the ears, lengthening through your spine. You can go ahead and close your eyes. You can place your palms down if you want to be in a position to feel more rooted or grounded. If you've been feeling spacey or forgetful, this is a good pose for you right now. If you want to be more open to receiving, it could be abundance, it could be love, it could be acceptance, it could be acknowledgement. You want to place your palms face up, and again, our eyes are closed, lengthening through the spine. Let's focus in on the breath, and in through your nose and out through your nose. And as you breathe, scan your body. Don't give it any judgments if things feel tight or painful, or maybe you notice pain is missing or gone, or maybe you don't notice anything. Maybe you notice birds chirping in the trees. Go ahead and take one more cycle of breath here. And then blink your eyes open. I am on my golf course, so there are birds chirping, there are lawnmowers going, there's people walking by, so we're just gonna have to go with the flow. But it's a beautiful scenery out here, and it's a perfect day, so I thought being outside would be the best spot for this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's take an inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms at the heart. Bring your chin toward the chest. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, come over to one side. Keep those sit bones rooted. Inhale up and exhale over. Inhale up and palms at your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale up, exhale over. Pull that shoulder back so that you can really take a look at that sky or your ceiling, and lengthen that side body. You want to keep those sit bones rooted down so you get a juicy stretch through that side body. Stretching is underrated. When we stretch, we lengthen and strengthen the muscles. Inhale up and exhale over. Same thing. Pull that shoulder back. Maybe bring your gaze up. Inhale up and palms at your heart. All right, let's go ahead and walk those hands out front, keeping the sit bones rooted. You can bring your chin toward your chest, and you're going to get a nice juicy stretch through your entire back. Let's walk the hands over to one side. These stretches should feel good. If you feel pain, back off. Just take it a little bit back. And then walk it back to center, and then over to the other side. And back to center, and come all the way up. Let's take an inhale up, and exhale, palms at your heart. Let's reach your hands behind you and interlace your hands, and notice which thumb is on top. And then we're going to open up through the chest, maybe point your heart center toward the sky, getting a nice chest and shoulder opening. This is called a heart opener, which is helping us become more open to love. And take an inhale, and then exhale, forward fold. You can keep your hands down by your sacrum or your low back, or draw the knuckles toward the sky. Inhale, release all the way up, and exhale, hands behind your back, opposite thumb on top this time. Open it up, open, open, open. Maybe bring that gaze upward. Take an inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, release those hands, and come all the way down to heart center. Let's take one hand behind the lower neck, I guess, the upper back, and then give that elbow a pull. If you wanted to go a little deeper, you can stretch. Again, keep those sit bones rooted. Inhale, release. Switch sides and stretch that tricep. Inhale, release, and roll it out. All right, let's find our way to a tabletop position. Hands just below the shoulders, knees just below the hips. And we're going to take a few cat-cow here. So as you exhale, you're going to push your spine toward the sky, but use your belly muscles here. Use your core, use your abs. And then inhale, opening up through the heart center. Exhale, spine to the sky. Inhale, heart center forward. Exhale, spine to the sky. A few more at your own pace, at your own breath. Exhale, spine to the sky. One more. Getting that nice stretch in that back. And come back to neutral. Let's extend that right leg out, left arm. So you want to lengthen your spine. You want to have a good length in your spine. So draw the crown of your head toward the wall in front of you. So you could stay here, or if you want to add a crunch, some abdominal work, exhale, bring your elbow to meet your knee, and use your stomach muscles to do that. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend it out. Flex your foot. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, send it out, and drop it down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left leg out, circle that inner thigh up so your toes are flexed and pointed toward the earth. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, send it out. And drop it down. We can open those knees, touch those toes, and take a child's pose. This is a resting pose that you can take anytime you need. It's a good, safe place to go when your body just says, I need a rest. Unlike exercise models like boot camp where it's just fight, 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 go, go, go. We've got to honor our body in yoga. And sometimes if we need a rest, we need a rest. If sometimes you feel like challenging yourself, then go right ahead and challenge yourself. But honor your body. All right, so after we've taken a little breath here, we're going to come back. And I'm going to bring my right arm all the way up for a twist. My knees are still below my hips. Push that earth away, using that left arm to hold up the body. Take an inhale and then exhale, send it through underneath the arm and drop the right shoulder toward the mat and bring those left hands towards the top of the mat. Bring it back. Come back to neutral, tabletop. Let's take that left arm up. Really push that earth away. Use that right arm. Pull that left shoulder back. Reach for the sky and send it under. Get that nice stretch. This is a good back stretch. And then bring that right arm up towards the top of the mat. You should feel that through your entire back. And it should feel good. Again, back off if you ever feel pain. And breathe. Let's go ahead and come back to neutral. Shake it out a little bit. I'm going to bring the right foot forward. What we want to do is make sure that knee is lined up over the ankle. So we'll pause here for a moment and then maybe come up a little bit higher. You are going to feel a beautiful, juicy stretch. It should feel good on that left hip flexor, that left hip. So imagine, bring the shoulders down. Imagine when you bring your breath in, you're going to bring it into that left hip for a really good hip stretch. We carry a lot of tension in our hips, often, some of us, a lot of us, women mostly, men too actually, just a lot of us. It's just a lot of us have really tight hips. So this is really important. And this is really good for someone who sits a lot at their job. And so this is stretching that hip flexor. All right, also known as the psoas. So if you want to add more, we can inhale all the way up for a modified crescent. And maybe give it a little back bend, maybe. If that feels too much in your body, bring it back forward. And bring that left hand down and peel that right arm up for a twist. Push that earth away. And bring that right arm down to the inside of that right leg. So, I want you to press your arm and leg into one another just to activate the inner thigh. Again, this is a hip opener. Now, I want you to take that right hand and take that knee, if possible, and roll over onto the right side of your foot. So it's really juicy, opening up that right hip. This is called crooked monkey. All right, release. And we're going to send those hips back, toes are up, flex those foot, stretching those hamstrings. Real important to keep that low back happy and healthy and safe. Tight hamstrings are often connected to low back pain. So, and seriously, doing yoga for me, after 6 months of doing it almost every day, my back pain was gone 100%. So, again, firm believer in yoga. All right, let's bring that back. Come back to either your tabletop, or if you like to bring your knees out from under the hips for a modified plank, your choice. We're going to keep those arms narrow, pointing the elbows to the back of the room. Exhale down and inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and child's pose. All right, one more cycle of breath, then we'll find ourselves back into tabletop. And when you're ready, we're going to bring that left foot forward. Again, knees over the ankle. And now we're getting that juicy stretch for that right hip flexor. That's the one that gets real tight when we sit a lot. When you feel ready, you might come up and come here, bringing shoulders over hips, drawing again the shoulders down away from the ears. We tend to do this all day, driving and on the computer. We really want to practice bringing those shoulders down. And breathe. Imagine breathing into that hip and releasing any tension that we've carried into that hip. If you want to add more, inhale all the way up. Modified crescent. And then come on down, right hand down, left arm up for a twist. Bringing that left arm down to the inside, pressing the leg and arm into one another, activating the inner thigh, and still working that left arm. We should still feel a nice juicy stretch in that right hip flexor. Now let's go ahead and roll onto the left side of the foot. Take that left hand and push that knee out to your comfort level. Feel the good juicy stretch and push that left knee out. And then slowly release. Let's send those hips back. Flex this foot and stretch that left hamstring. You want to still lengthen through your spine. And breathe. Imagine if that hamstring was a little more relaxed, what would happen? And maybe a little bit more. All right, release it back. Find either tabletop, level 1. You can come out, knees out from under the hips for a modified plank. Again, pointing the elbows to the back of the room. We're going to do 3 more. Exhale down, inhale up. Keep that spine nice and straight. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Open those knees and child's pose. Couple more cycles of breath here and we will move on. All right, let's find our tabletop. Now I want you to curl your toes under and we're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, you want to press your heels toward your mat. Draw your sit bones to the wall behind you. You should be an upside down V. You may not be able to touch your heels to your mat. I've been doing yoga for a while, so I'm getting pretty close here. And so on your next inhale, let's bring the right leg up. And exhale. Look between your hands. Now you might need to grab your ankle and step it through. And I want you to scooch that right foot all the way over to the edge of the mat. And if you need to modify, drop to your knee, come up. If you want to go for it, you can stay up here and then inhale up for crescent. And exhale down, left hand to the mat. Again, knee could be down. Up here for your twist. Bring hands down. Let's send those hips back. Toes up. Hamstring stretch. And breathe. Fall a little deeper into that. And bring it back. Hands on the mat. Find your modified plank, tabletop, or if you're really wanting to challenge yourself, you can do full plank. Exhale down, inhale up. But most of us are probably going to be on the knees. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Open the knees and child's pose. If 3 of those push-ups is too much, you don't have to. You can always just find child's pose. And maybe each week that you do this workout, work up to 2 and then work up to 3. You can even add more if you want. Let's come back to our tabletop. Curl the toes under, find your downward facing dog, pressing your head through. So you're not out here. Your head is not in front of your elbows. It's back here behind. Take some cycles of breath here. And we're going to inhale, left leg up. And exhale, step it through. Again, you can grab your ankle and help it. We might not be there where we can just set it down. You pick that ankle up and you set it to where you need to go. Again, you can drop down to your knee, toenails on the mat, or keep the knee up, your choice, and come up for crescent. I'm going to take the knee because this is level 1, but your choice, always your choice. And lengthen, bring your heart center toward the sky while drawing your shoulder heads down. Really getting another stretch through that hip. And bring that right arm down. Left arm up for your twist. If you want to be up here, you can. And both hands on the mat. Send those hips back. Toes are up. Hamstring stretch on that left side. And come back. Bring that foot back. Find your modified plank, which you're comfortable with. Shifting forward, your shoulder should be over your knuckles. Exhale down. Inhale up. You can choose one or do all 3, your choice. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Open those knees. Touch the toes. And child's pose. You can roll your wrists. We're going to get off our hands in just a sec here. But give your wrist a little roll. Otherwise, you can just relax, take a couple cycles of breath, and we will move on. All right, so let's find a downward facing dog. And we're going to walk our feet to the top of the mat to meet the hands. And we're going to rise all the way up. Inhale up, exhale, palms at the heart. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Now I want you to lead with your heart. So forward fold, keeping a flat back. Swan dive down. You can keep your knees bent. If you're not, a contortionist, you might need to keep those knees bent, especially if your hamstrings are tight. So you find your own place. But this is really good for stretching that low back. So we're going to come halfway up and lengthen the spine. Draw the crown of your head toward the wall in front of you. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up. And palms at your heart. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lead with your heart. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And palms at your heart. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands on the mat. Bring the right foot back. Again, you can drop to your knee, your choice, or come up for a crescent, full crescent. So again, modified, knee down, knee up, your choice. Exhale, come down, right hand down, left hand comes towards the sky. Push that earth away, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. This time, come all the way down. We're going to either send the hips back. If you choose to come up here, you can just straighten that front leg. Again, we are stretching that hamstring. And come forward. Find your modified plank. Exhale down. And then this time come all the way down, toenails on the mat, and come up for cobra. So I really want you to pull your shoulder heads down. This is working your entire back. So you're bringing your shoulder blades together. You're working the low back, middle back, and upper back. Exhale, come forward. Come back into child's pose. Cycle of breath. And then downward facing dog. Walking the feet to the hands. And inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, palms at your heart. Let's get the other side. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, flat back. So it's not rounded, it's flat. So if you're way up here, that's totally fine. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to bring that left foot back. Again, you can drop the knee if you need to, or do the full crescent. Come on all the way up. It's really working those glutes. Maybe bring it back a little bit. You can be on your knee, like I said. And then exhale down, left arm on the mat for your twist. Pushing the earth away. And then bring it back. So again, if your knee is down, you can come back for your hamstring stretch. If your knee is up, you can come forward. Again, it's going to be a hamstring stretch on that right side. And slowly release. Find your modified plank. Exhale down. Come as slow as you possibly can. Slow, 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 slow. And then you can come up for cobra. If you'd like, you can try an upward facing dog, but on an upward facing dog, the only thing touching the ground is your hands and the tops of your feet. My thighs are not touching the ground. If you want to be in cobra, that's fine too. You find your own comfort level. And then we're going to go tuck those toes and come into your downward facing dog. And drop those knees, toes touch, knees are open, take your child's pose. Circle your wrist. Take one more cycle of breath here. Find your downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and walk the feet to the hands. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And palms at the heart. All right. So we're going to go wide on the mat. So you're going to be much wider than your shoulders. This is where your water bottle might come in handy. We got some big old dogs coming. If you have blocks, this is where you might want your block. But I don't have blocks. This is an at-home workout and I don't have blocks. So there you go. I'm going to keep my water bottle right here. So I'm going to inhale all the way up. And exhale, palms at my heart. And let's bring those arms out to the side. I'm going to take my right leg, bend the knee, and put those toes out. Okay? So we're going to go into what's called a triangle pose. So at first, my spine is right in alignment here. But now I'm going to reach. I'm not going to come forward. I'm just going to stay. Imagine a glass glass window in front of you and behind you, so you stay in between it, so you're not going to come forward. Go as far as you can this way, and then you drop down. I'm going to grab my water bottle. Can you see that? Maybe if I come here, and use it as a block. So this is a triangle pose. If you'd like to get more stretching, you can come over this way. Again, I'm not going to come forward because I'm going to hit that glass wall. So I'm going to bring that shoulder back. And maybe, like we did in the beginning, look up. If you feel like you're going to topple over, keep your gaze down. It's all a practice. So there's options. But I am going to challenge myself. I'm using my block or my water bottle as a way to bring the earth closer to my hand because I can't go all the way to the floor. Maybe my low back doesn't want me to go to the floor. And then we're going to lift it all the way up. Bring those toes toward the long edge of the mat. Inhale up. I'm going to come back to center here. And exhale, palm at your heart. Let's come inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, just like we did, but only the feet are wide. Exhale, lead with your heart. Come all the way down. Come halfway up. So lengthening your spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk over to the one side. And breathe. Walk over to the other side. Couple cycles of breath here. And back to center. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, palms to your heart. I'm going to go the other side. So I'm going to take my block or my water bottle, and I'm putting it behind my leg, by the way. Arms are going to be out. I'm going to take those left toes or whatever opposite side. So legs are straight for this entire pose sequence here. So we're here, shoulders over hips to start, and then I'm going to reach, not coming forward, and then drop my hand onto my block. You can go to your shin, just never a knee joint, never a joint. So if you come up here, that's fine. You can be on your shin, you can be on your block. Some people can reach the floor. Good for you. Eventually you will. I can feel a nice juicy pull in that inner thigh. And if you want to add, you can come all the way over for a side body reach. Again, shoulders not forward. Pull the shoulder back and lengthen that side body. And breathe. Maybe bring your gaze up if you want to challenge your balance. Bring it down. Slightly bend that knee, come all the way up. Toes towards the long end of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, palms at your heart. Let's take a forward fold again. Inhale up. Exhale, flat back. Swan dive down. Heart center first. Oh, that feels good. Inhale, halfway. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands over to one side. And breathe. Again, if you can't reach down, use your water bottle or your blocks. If that's all you got, that's all you got. You don't want to ever feel pain. You want to feel stretch to where you're challenging your body but not pulling something too much. All right, we're going to walk it to the other side. Breathe, relax into the stretch. Come back to center. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, palms at your heart. We got some beautiful birds up here. Arizona has the best birds. Not kidding. There are so many different ones out here. All right, we're going to heel toe it in. Shake it out. Should feel good. Okay, so, excuse me. We're going to work our way to being on our backs, on our mat. So you're going to want to have your strap or your rope belt or your regular belt nearby. All right, so we'll start with a sun salutation to come to the top of your mat. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Find your modified plank. Now, You could meet me in a child's pose, or if you want to challenge yourself, take a couple of chaturangas here. So exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, open the knees, and take a child's pose. Circle your wrist if you need, wiggle your fingers. One more cycle of breath here. All right, so we will find our way onto the back. I'm going to go this way just because it's kind of angled. So have your belt ready. So if you have any low back issues, go ahead and keep that left knee bent. I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to give myself another hamstring stretch here. And again, find that sweet spot, not too much. And if the knee needs to be bent, that's the way it is. So now I'm going to take my left hand, put it on my left hip. If you want to straighten your leg, you can. Just honor your body. If it feels better in your back to bend, that's fine. Open it up for a stretch here. And breathe into that right hip. Breathe into that right inner thigh. Inhale up to center. And then I'm going to switch hands and go across the body for a twist. You find your space. So now, if this is my right leg, so I'm going to look to the right as my right foot goes over to the left. So the entire spine should be twisted. This is really good for the health of your spine, which is the gateway to all of your energies and all your chakras. So if it doesn't hurt your back, this is a really good spinal twist stretch. You want to try to keep that right shoulder to the mat. And slowly come on up. I'm going to take my left foot in, take the right foot down. Same rules apply. Right knee can be bent. You can straighten it, whatever feels right in your body. I'm going to start with my hamstring stretch on this side. And breathe. I hope you get to do this in fresh air like I am right now. I mean, there's little bugs and birds and people and dogs, but it's absolutely gorgeous out here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take the right hand, put it on the right hip. The strap or the belt is in the left hand. We're going to open it up. We want to try to keep that right hip to the mat and just open up on that left side. Inhale up. We're going to switch hands. So right hand grips the strap and cross over the body. Left arm comes out like a T and look toward those left fingertips for a spinal twist. Take one more cycle of breath here. And slowly bring it back up. You can go ahead and release that. Put your belt to the side. Give your knees a good hug. You can even come all the way up if you want to challenge your abdominal muscles. and the release down. I'm going to grab the feet on the outside. I'm going to draw the knees toward the armpits. So if your tailbone comes up, that's fine. You're going to feel a nice stretch in that low back. If you want to press the low back to the mat, you're going to feel that more in your hips. You're going to get more of a hip opener with that. And just breathe. You want to rock back and forth, massage that low back. That's always nice. Do what feels good in your body. We're going to head into Shavasana, which is generally done in stillness and in quiet. We're going to start or be in Shavasana for corpse pose, but what that means is you're just lying face up. If you need to bend your knees, please do so. Your palms be face up. Your feet are going to fall open naturally. Your spine is going to be long. You're going to unclench your jaw and soften your tongue. Go ahead and close your eyes. Now, most Shavasana is done in silence to just give you some quiet, but I'm going to take you through a guided meditation. So again, keep your eyes closed for this. If you want to do your Shavasana in silence, go ahead and stop the video now. Otherwise, just enjoy this little peaceful guided meditation. So I want you to go ahead and relax all the little muscles around your feet and your ankles. Relaxing all the muscles in your calves and around your knees. Releasing any tension in your thighs. Exhaling any tension left in your hips. Did a lot of hip opener today, but if there's anything left, exhale it out. Softening the belly. Relaxing all the muscles around your ribs and your chest. Letting your shoulders melt into the mat. Your arms, biceps and triceps, all the way down to your fingertips are totally and completely relaxed. Drawing your attention to the back of your neck where we keep most of our tension. I want you to release it now, let it go. All the little muscles right below your skull. Unclench your jaw, soften your tongue. Soften the little muscles around your eyelids, your temples, soften. And even the muscles on the top of your scalp. Your whole body is totally and completely relaxed. So in your mind's eye, in this completely relaxed state, I want you to imagine yourself in what looks like a rainforest. And you are walking along a path with really fine dirt in your bare feet, and it feels so cool and soft on your feet. And as you look around at these giant green plants with huge leaves, maybe you notice the dew on the leaves. And maybe you notice the trees that are canopying over your head, creating a beautiful shade. Maybe you hear the birds in the trees as you walk along this path. Most importantly, what you notice on this path is you feel completely relaxed, unconditionally loved, and absolutely peaceful. You feel calm and serene and safe. Continue to walk along the path. And as you notice how safe you feel, I want you to now notice what that feels like physically in your body. Does it give you a little tickle in your stomach? A little joy in your heart? Maybe you notice your face is smiling. Just take it in. Noticing as you walk along beautiful wild flowers. of all these wild plants in this beautiful rainforest. Maybe you see butterflies or caterpillars, but you feel absolutely peaceful and safe and calm and relaxed. Take that all in, feel it physically, feel it emotionally and spiritually. You feel unconditionally loved and safe. Notice the sunshine as it peeks through the leaves on the trees that are providing you the shade, and how it's just enough to light up your path. Maybe you feel a perfect breeze, not too hot or cold, just so perfect here and peaceful and safe. Take it all in, take one more look around. And as you head back to your mat, taking that sense of peacefulness with you, find yourself a little bit more present on your mat. But you feel peaceful, you feel safe, and you feel calm and absolutely content and happy. Enjoy that sense. So as you become more present on your mat, begin to deepen your breath, wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And maybe you bring your hands up over your head and take a nice good morning stretch as you take a deep inhale. And then roll over onto your right side. And hang out there for just a moment. And when you're ready, push yourself up to seated. And blink your eyes open. And look around, and you feel still that same sense of peacefulness and contentment and feeling safe and loved. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale out, up. Exhale, palms at your heart. And bring your chin to your chest. And my wish for you today is that you continue to feel this sense of safety and peace and comfort and calm and serenity. Just carry that with you through the day. And may you get to share that with others. The light in me honors the light in you. And thank you for sharing your practice with me today. And hopefully we can do this several more times this month in this phase. You can come back and you use this practice as often as you like. Namaste. That's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. I always do. Yoga's pretty much my favorite modality of workout. It's going to strengthen your mind and your body and your spirit all at the same time. So it's a threefer, not a twofer, but a threefer. Anyway, that's it for today. Use this as often as you like. That's it, guys. Bye for now.